Okay.
Hey, welcome, Steve Wright, the managers who lead to Empower Network TV. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Amos. Great to be here.
All right, for those of you that don't know this fine salsa dancing, systematized, structured, loving, heart centered leader, this is Steve Wright of Empower Network TV. He's part of the Catapult program. He launched 3.5 weeks ago his new group through the Catapult program called the Managers Who Lead. Steve, now you won a contest, but let's get right to the Managers Who Lead. Who is it for? Why did you create it?
Who is it for? It's for the it says I want it to do what it says on the tin, which is managers who lead. And that is not just an organizational title, it's really unpacking that in terms of roles. I mean, we manage things and we lead others. I mean, that's essentially, that's our makeup. And whether that happens in a work environment, in an organizational environment, whether that operates within your teams, managing up, down, alongside you, or whether it's in your social circles, your church, your family, there's an element of us understanding that there's a need to manage things and also a need to lead. And so that's really why I started the group, because it was something that really resonated with me as a manager in IT, that there is an element of there's a disconnect sometimes between the skills required to do the job and the skills required to really engage people in a goal or an objective. And I'm really excited. It's been a great journey already, just in terms of the people I've spoken to and connected with, to understand and unpack what that means, both from a traditional sort of the male, stereotypical male manager, to just really people really get in touch with their heart, being heart led, being open minded, and also just having that energetic element to how they connect with people, and therefore get things done and work towards common goals.
And on top of this, you also have some spice going on in your group, right? Because you're not always business. You do a little play, don't you, Steve?
Well, you know what? That's a whole holistic thing. I am a in I'm an old, I don't know. I'm up in age. Let's put it that way. I'm not a spring chicken, but I have a spring in my step. So I love to be active. I cycle, I walk, and I dance. I salsa dance, and I love the getting into my body. That's another powerful and that's a superpower that we often miss. We don't get into our bodies enough. So certainly, any opportunity to kind of get active, get moving is key for me. I also jump rope. I'd skip. I don't know if I've probably got a video on that I need to share, but it's important to move. It's important to get involved and actually just feel connected with people that are like-minded. So I love all that stuff.
Well, if you're someone who's a manager of a household, a manager of a business, whether you're an employee or not, or a business owner, I've gotten to know Steve over the last couple months, and man, this guy is heart centered and provides an environment that's very professional and detail and structure oriented, but also fun and heart centered. So you got this. No wonder you're drawn to salsa, because salsa is actually very disciplined, but it's fun.
Absolutely. Like I say, if you're on the rhythm, I don't care it doesn't matter how well or how poorly you dance. If you stay on the beat, we can dance and we'll have a good time doing it too. So yes, there's structure, but there's also with that structure, you have the power to be flexible. And I think that's a kind of a mindset that really works and resonates within all aspects of our lives. We need to have a structure so that people understand what's required and what needs to be done. And at the same time, there needs to be the understanding that you can play with that structure. You can actually bring your best self to work, leave work happy. That's another thing that people don't, they miss a trick on that. If you leave work happy, then you've got the rest of your day, the rest of your life to do things and operate at your best. If you're not leaving work happy, then maybe we need to work that out. So
Mm.
definitely, it's an exciting journey, and come join us. It's like I said, it's a fun group, and fun with purpose. It's not, we have structure, and we have goals, and we have objectives that we want to really grow aspirational leaders, people who aspire to be in that place. If you are already in that place, and you have value to share to those aspirational leaders, then come along. If you're a practitioner in this space that can bring your skill sets to bear for other people to learn from, come and join the group. It's just a great place to be. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm excited to see, like, obviously the outliers too, the people that would go, well, I don't manage anything, but they're like successfully managing a house or a home or a
Please.
baseball team or a
Yeah.
dance club. Anyone that's managing.
We have, it's part of our innate being. We are beings, we're not doings, and in order to show up to be your best self, there is an element of managing environment, and again, there's an element of leading, whether it's yourself to aspire to something that you desire, or whether it's leading others in a direction that is beneficial not only to them but also to yourself. And it's a collective thing. So you don't get caught up in a business role. I'm not concerned what your business card says. I'm more concerned about where your heart is, in order to lead people in the way that is beneficial to everybody, and manage the things that need to be managed. You're on mute.
Oh, here I was talking away. Thanks for being a part of the Catapult program, Steve. Thanks for being ENTV. I'm going to be posting your group in the comments, or actually up in the post as soon as we're off air here. And love your heart, brother. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're one of the first. You're the first in the beta cohort. So, last words for people before we sign off.
I just want to say that the name of the program, Catapult, is what it says on the tin. We've been in this the catapult that you have in your hand, with this rubber band being pulled back. We've been pulled back. We're the stone in that catapult. We've been pulled back, and we're releasing now. And it's just great energy, great momentum. And kudos to you, Amos, for really steering and guiding and encouraging and empowering the group that is the Catapult group. So it's a great ride.
Thanks, Steve. All right. Well, please check out Steve's group. I'll put it up top. We'll end it here. Chat soon.